Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I missed putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. And out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Welcome on in, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic night. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Another March Madness game that is going on tonight. We did end up seeing the rest of the Illinois-Iowa game. Illinois did win 71-59 against Iowa, and Illinois is moving on to the Final Four. Who is also going to be moving on to the Final Four? We'll find out another game, or in another game tonight, and that'll be between Purdue and Arizona, and that game should be underway in about 5 minutes. Folks, before we even get started, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. We appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. As far as this game goes tonight, this should be a very good matchup between the both of these teams. Arizona's defense, we've been talking about it throughout the NCAA tournament. Their defense has just been so good. They have just very tall, lanky guys like Ivan Karchenkov, even guys like Braden Burries. They've just been very good in this series. And that it's going to be tough for Purdue to be, in order for Purdue to win this game, they're going to have to shoot the ball very well, and they're going to have to bother guys like Toby Awaka, right? Awaka coming off the bench in the last game, he played very well, and he ended up doing a very good job against that Arkansas team. Gave a lot of toughness, and guys like Acuff really struggled against him from a defensive perspective. What is Purdue going to be able to offer with guys like Fletcher Lawyer and C.J. Cox out there? How are they going to respond, and how are they going to do just firing out of the gates? We'll see. we shall definitely see. Excited, though, for the Wildcats. Excited for the Purdue Boilermakers as well. And it should be a fun game. I'm expecting that this is going to be one of those games where it's close, but I feel like in the end, Arizona is going to win. Both teams are going to go on their runs. They're going to provide some back-and-forth action, but Arizona is going to come out victorious, and my final score prediction today is 76-70 Arizona. That is my final score prediction. I think that Arizona is going to move on to the Final Four, and they will be playing next week. But hello, everybody. Welcome on in. I want to say hi to everybody that is here in the chat. Beer-battered Gummy Shark is here. What's going on? He says, is it just me or is LaMelo Ball annoying to watch play? I've heard other people complain about watching LaMelo Ball, but as far as things have gone for him, I mean, he's a very talented player for sure, but the way that he dribbles, I mean, I've heard complaints about just sometimes that he doesn't pass the ball too much and that he takes a lot of ISO shots, and it can be a little frustrating from their perspectives. But yes, let's get on into the starting lineup for tonight's game. Again, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We are now 72 subscribers away, chat, from getting to 9,000 subscribers. Unbelievable. We got 100 subscribers during the Phillies game today. Thank you so much. For those of you that did tune on into that, you guys are the absolute best, and I really mean it when I say that I'm truly blessed, and I'm very humbled, and I'm very grateful that we're able to do this, and we've been able to build such an incredible community, really. So yes, let's get on into the starting lineups for tonight's game. Who do you guys have going for tonight? Do you guys have Arizona winning or Purdue? Let us know in the poll question down below. So far, as from what I have seen so far on the poll, let's make sure that we go there right now. I'm just taking a look at it right now. We got 65% of you saying Arizona. 35% of you have said Purdue. Okay. All right, so we're ready to get things started right now. We are ready to get things started, and here we go. All right, so for Team Purdue, for the Boilermakers, they got Braden Smith at the 1, CJ Cox at the 2, Fletcher Lawyer is at the 3, Trey Kaufman-Wren, who also had a really good game in his last game, is playing at the 4, Oscar Clough is at the 5. And for Arizona, they have Jaden Bradley at the 1, Braden Burries at the 2, Ivan Karchenkov at the 3, Koa Pete is at the 4, and Motiages Krivas is at the 5. 7 feet 2 inches tall. So we are going to see Krivas and Clough go off over at the center of the logo for opening tip-off. Game was supposed to start at 8:45. And it got pushed back to 8:59 p.m. Eastern Time just because of how long the Illinois-Iowa game went. It usually goes a little bit over the marker, so both teams had to get warmed up. Tommy Lloyd is the coach, of course, for Arizona in his 5th season as the Wildcats head coach. 147 wins and 35 losses. Coach Kev Fitness, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you, man. All right. Oh, boy. So we shall be ready to rock and roll, and the tip-off is underway, and it'll be Wildcats ball as they will be moving from left to right. So Arizona has it. They're in their red and white uniforms. They're really on the white on the outside, red on the inside. And here we go, downhill, getting the ball and trying to go up with a floater inside. That one won't go. And that was Braden Burries, or Krivas, excuse me, who tried to go up with the little floater inside. Shots up, and that's no good. And that'll be taken back by Arizona. All right. So where is the score? There it is. There we go. Had to make sure that we got this up and running. Sorry about that, chat. I thought that we changed the score, but I guess not. I guess not. All right, here we go. We played about a little bit under a minute in this first half of play. Down low over on the block is going to be Lawyer, and Lawyer gives it back and actually put up an elbow J, and that one did not go. Their 12th Elite Eight appearance in school history. That's for Arizona. 5-game losing streak in the Elite Eight. That's tied for the second longest in school history. Purdue is shooting 51% from 2. Arizona is shooting 57% from 2. They're not a good three-point shooting team, though, Arizona. They're only shooting 20.5% from 3. They've been beating their opponents in the trenches. Here's a catch-and-shoot trifecta on the other side. And, well, Arizona is able to start the game off with a 3. Couldn't really tell that they're not good. They're not a good three-point shooting team just based off of that. And that's going to make it a 3-0 game. That was Braden Burries who knocked it down from downtown. Again, welcome aboard, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well. Here's a three-pointer on the other side. Punch and a counter punch. And Purdue is going to tie it up thanks to Smith, who knocked that down. Braden Smith able to go off and put up a three-pointer. Here is Arizona on the attack. They're not able to get the layup on the second try. That was Kaufman-Wren trying to box out Krivas, and Krivas couldn't tip it up and in, but the offensive possession will continue. Here we go. Karchenkov looking to drive it on in towards the lane. Buzzes past 2 defenders and lays it up and lays it on in on the right side of the baseline. And Arizona takes a 5-3 lead. Here we go. Good stuff. 2 for 4. They are shooting-wise from the field. Purdue is 1 for 3 shooting in this game so far. With the ball is Smith. Smith looking for help. Now he wants the ball back, but he's not going to get the dribble handoff from Trey Kaufman-Wren, who decides to take a couple of dribbles, put up a 2, and it won't go. It's rebounded by C.J. Cox. Offensive possession alive for the Purdue Boilermakers. We have a ball that's fumbled over on the hardwood by Braden Smith, but he holds on to it and fights with a Wildcat on the hardwood, and it'll still be Purdue basketball. So the Boilermakers, 30-8 on the season, ended up beating Texas in what was a very close game between the Longhorns and the Boilermakers. Texas was ranked 11th, and their Cinderella story ended in the Sweet 16. Very close game between the both of them. Kaufman-Wren led the way with 20 points in that game and 8 rebounds as well. And speaking of Kaufman-Wren, he's going to try to buzz down his defender down low, and he's going to make the layup as he turns around and puts it on in to make it a 5-5 game. Downhill again is Pete, and the floater is up, and it's good. And that'll make it 7-5, Arizona. So again, it's Karchenkov, it's Pete, Krivas, Burries, and Bradley in there for Arizona. And for Purdue, they got Kaufman-Wren, Clough, Cox, Smith, and Lawyer as their 5 for today. Smith goes down the lane, takes a baseline jump shot as he steps back and hits it right over Karchenkov, and we're tied at 7 apiece. 5 points so far from Braden Smith. And that's up and good. 7-7. We've played a little bit under 3.5 minutes. A little bit under 4 minutes, I should say. And taking it down over towards the left side and putting up a 2 off the assist by Braden Smith. That was, or Karchenkov, that was Koa Pete. So it's a 9-7 start. Arizona and Purdue going back and forth on offense. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3, and that's up, and it's in. Braden Smith, what a start so far from him. 10 points for Purdue. He has scored 7 of their points so far in this game. Give it 8. It's a 2-pointer by Arizona. That's up and out, and we're going to have a foul called. It'll be on Kaufman-Wren. and the guy that's going to go to the line is Krivas. But we have a timeout first. It'll be a media timeout, so a stoppage in play will be provided. It's a 10-9 Purdue lead against Arizona. Boy, oh boy. Man, it is 9:06 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, make sure that you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. We appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. Hello, JJ. Just got home from the Phillies game. The game became very interesting in the 9th and the 10th, but we lost, as you know. Yep. So, I know. It became interesting in the 9th, but you know what? It is what it is. They lost today. I'm not, too angry about it. I know that some people in the chat were upset. I'm looking at it from a holistic perspective. They didn't hit today, and that's really the bottom line. When you don't hit, you're not going to win games. And they did come back in the 9th inning. Jake Berger made the error over at first, and the Phillies did capitalize, and they brought it into extra innings. They couldn't get the job done, but win the series tomorrow. And that's really been my mindset. That's been my attitude ever since the game ended. But they didn't deserve to win. They almost stole it away. They almost stole it. But got to go out there and win the series tomorrow. So, all right. Purdue leads it. Purdue is up 10-9 against Arizona. And by the way, the Wildcats only have 2 losses this year. By the way, Scott, what's going on, man? How are you doing, my friend? Yes, what's going on? Mark, did you have a good time, though? Besides the game itself, did you have fun? Did you enjoy yourself? How was it going back to the stadium this year compared to last year? What was different? Let me know. Let me know about the experience. Love to hear all about it. Oh, man. It's a 10-9 score. Purdue is up by 1. 15 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first half of play. Love it. It's beautiful. Oh, man, oh, man. Who you guys pulling out for tonight? Let me know down below in the comment section. And, folks, if you are new to the channel, the name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, Eagles football as well. And we are covering March Madness 2. Yes. All right. There was a media timeout taken. Braden Smith has been the main story of this game so far for Purdue. He has scored 8 of the first 10 points for the Boilermakers. He is 3 for 4 shooting-wise from the field. He did knock down a 3 as well. And this is a guy who, in the season, was putting up 14 points per game, but ever since March Madness, it's now up to 18 points. It's been really strong. So at the line is Krivas, and Krivas is going to tie the game 10-10. Makes the first free throw. 2 points for Krivas so far, and 2 rebounds as well. And the second foul shot, that'll trickle on in too. Excellent. It's an 11-10 start. Arizona has the upper hand right now as we ride the seesaw. Smith goes down over towards the baseline. Looks for a screen. Now takes it back towards the foul line extended. Puts up a foul line extended jumper, and that one won't go. It's rebounded by Krivas, and there's an outlet pass that goes all the way over to Bradley, who fires up a 3, and that one is short. Another offensive rebound, and that's by Koa Pete. And Pete gives it back to Bradley for redemption, and Bradley knocks down the 2. The mid-range J is good, and it's a 13-10 Arizona lead. The one thing that Arizona has done a very good job at so far in this game is they've gotten a lot of second-chance opportunities, and that's because they're rebounding at a very high level so far. Clough is back out there. Clough looks to give it back over to Braden. Braden nearly threw it into the backcourt, and it's going to go into the hands of C.J. Cox over at the top of the left side. It's Smith again. Smith has to pass it. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3. It's up, and it's no good. The ball's tipped, though, and it goes into the hands of a Wildcat. The three-pointer by Fletcher Lawyer, he had to shoot it. He got a very good look there, just not able to knock it down. Pete, down low, puts up a 2 and buzzes his way downhill against his defender and beats him right to the punch. 15-10, Arizona. 8 points in the paint for the Wildcats and just 2 for the Boilermakers so far. As Purdue again is in their black and white uniforms and they go from right to left. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. And down is Lawyer, who takes his way towards the cup and finishes with the left hand. Very tough finish there. Excellent play, though, by Oscar Clough to provide that screen to allow him to go over towards the middle of the lane and finish with the 2. 15-12, a catch-and-shoot floater, and that was misfired by Krivas. He did not get his feet set. A steal, though, off of a bad pass, and Karchenkov is able to come up with it, and he'll solo it and take the layup and just make it a 5-point lead for the Wildcats. Karchenkov got a very nice pick. Terrible pass by Purdue, and that's what's led now to an 8-2 run by the Wildcats over these last 2 minutes of play. Smith over to the outside of Cox. A catch-and-shoot 3, and that's a little short. Offensive rebound, and that's for Clough. And another three-pointer on the second try is no good. Clough did try to get another rebound. Scrappy basketball, and we have a foul called. Boy, bodies were going flying on everywhere. Looked like that Clough was trying to get the rebound. He tried to tip it back up and in, and then he got pushed a little bit to the ground by Pete. And the refs were just like, we're going to let them play. And then after that, there was a foul that was called, and we have a couple of substitutions now coming on in. The foul was on Trey Kaufman-Wren for pushing Pete right over to the ground. We're going to have a TV timeout with 12:54 left to go, right? Whoops, sorry. 17-10 or 17-12 is the score. Sorry about this, chat. Let me make sure that I update this. Oscar Clough is going to sub on in for Purdue. So Trey Kaufman did turn it over. It was an offensive foul, and Kaufman is going to sub on out. All right. At the top of the key, operating is Braden Burries for Arizona. Burries downhill, gives it over to Pete, and the floater is up, and it's in. And that'll make it now 19-12. 12 and a half minutes left to go in this first half of play. It's a 7-point lead for Arizona. Oh, boy. Downhill over on the block, here's Jack Benter, who just came on in. Benter with a dump-off over to Smith. And Smith will have to hand it back off over to Clough. And Clough is going to get fouled. He gets absolutely mustered down the lane. And it's a 7-point lead for Arizona. Yep, I fixed it. I fixed it, man. What's going on, Nathaniel? How you doing, man? Good to see you on here, my guy. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I changed that. Thanks so much for telling me. If we're having scoreboard problems, please let me know. Because, again, I strive for perfection, guys. I really do. Thank you so much. Big guys that can't shoot are the worst. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man. It felt good with the electricity of the crowd. The place was packed, but I don't think it's sold out. Most people on the lower levels left in the 8th inning because of the cold. I understand that. What's up, Nathaniel? How you doing? All right, so at the line is Clough, and he missed the first free throw. And the second one is off the mark as well. And the ball is going to be rebounded by Braden Smith, as it was tipped by Kaufman-Wren, or Jakari Harris, that is, excuse me. And it goes into Smith's hand. Smith, ISO, 3-point shot off the mark. It's volleyball tipped, but it'll be a foul called. The ball did get tipped, and it was by Daniel Jacobson. But he got fouled, and Jacobson is going to go back on over to the bench. It's good to see you too, my friend. Very good to see you. All right, 19-13, and we have a timeout taken in the action. It's a 6-point lead for the Wildcats. All right, chat. Good to see you guys on here. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We do a lot of Phillies content on here. We cover the Philadelphia Phillies. We cover the Philadelphia Eagles. We cover the Philadelphia 76ers as well. We didn't do the game tonight. But we also are doing March Madness. We did 23 World Baseball Classic games as well. We were up at 6 a.m. We were up at 5 a.m. doing those games out in Tokyo. We are committed to the grind, and we love it. So all that we ask you to do is just support the channel by hitting the thumbs up button and hitting the subscribe button as well. It might sound a little bit annoying to some of you guys, and I understand because, again, look, it's March. It's a busy time, right? Like, we get new people that come on here. I try not to repeat it like too many times, but if it does get a little bit out of hand, I hope that you guys understand because this is how we have to market ourselves. But we obviously do stay humble. We are very appreciative, again, of your time for being on here. None of this is possible without you guys. And I probably should say this even like when we're doing our Phillies games because we get a lot of people on there. But I just want to say, like, really thank you. For my day one people, I appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. And if you're just tuning on in now and just subscribing now, man, welcome aboard. I mean, you guys are like still part of like the first 10,000 people that have subscribed to the channel. And I really believe that we're going to take this to an extra level. I really do. We're fully committed and we are going to do our very best without a doubt. Oh, man. Glad to help. Says Nathaniel, you are the man. Let's go. Also, if you are really into fantasy baseball and if you are really into like betting, and again, I don't advise anybody to bet, but if you are into it, okay, I do want to make sure that I tell you guys that we do this thing called MLB Diamond Zone. And what's so cool about that, chat, is it's like Red Zone, okay? It's pretty much like a radio play-by-play version of NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball fanatics and people that are really into baseball. So, like, for example, if Manny Machado is up with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th inning, we might call that game, but then we'll change our scoreboard, and then we'll be able to do pitch-by-pitch for another game as well. But it makes a lot of sense. I'm telling you, a lot of people actually have found us just from that last year, and they seem to really enjoy it. And it's easy to follow along, especially if you're a baseball fan and if you are just very familiar with the Major League Baseball players. We're also going to be doing NBA playoffs as well, and we got Major League Baseball games to cover during the regular season as well. All right, so here's the inbound pass, and that's going to go over to Braden Smith, who is going from right to left for Purdue. Smith gives it downhill, and it goes back over to Lawyer. Lawyer over to Clough, and Clough gets the ball stripped and stolen away by Gakari Harris. And here comes a steal on the other side. That's Braden Smith. He's going to pass it all the way over towards the right side, and here's a wide open three. It's up, and it's a little too strong. Man, Purdue has just been so cold shooting-wise from downtown. Arizona does get a rebound. That was Toby Awaka, who is now in the game, who just misfired a two. He angled it incorrectly, and the rebound's going to go to Oscar Clough. It's a 6-point lead for Arizona. They lead it by 2 possessions, and there's less than 11 minutes to go. Smith looks for a screen, pick and roll offense, and the floater is up, and that's way too strong. Offensive rebound, though. Smith thought that he had his teammate, Omer Mayer, towards his left side, and Mayer was not even there. So, first and foremost, Braden Smith looked to try to get Oscar Clough involved in the pick and roll. Clough missed the floater. He mistimed it, and then he tipped it back over to Smith, and then Smith just didn't even look behind his back to see where his teammate was, and it was not even close to him. And the ball goes out of bounds over towards the far sideline with 10:49 left to go. Who are you guys rooting for? Nathaniel, who are you rooting for tonight? Let me know down below. And what got you into college basketball? You should be starting the 7'3". I hear you. I hear you, man. Here we go, over on the right side for the Wildcats. That's going to be Krivas, who goes down the lane, and he passes it outside. A catch-and-shoot trifecta will not fall. The ball goes on out of bounds. Last touch by Arizona, and it'll be Purdue ball. Low-scoring game so far, 19-13. Arizona is in the driver's seat for now. Both teams, though, are 3 for 10 combined from downtown. That's not good. Braden Smith, though, scored the first 8 of the 10 points by Purdue, and they've only hit a 3 ever since. That's it. 10:23 left to go in this first half of play. At the top of the key is Wren. He's going to hand it off and give it over to Lawyer. Lawyer to Clough. One more pass for a 3. Bingo! It's good by Jakari Harris. Harris able to knock it down from straight on. 2 games ago against the Hurricanes, he ended up putting up 5 points in 18 minutes of play and attempted just 1 3, and he made it. And here's Bradley going down the lane. Bradley off balance for 2. It bounces about 4 times, and it doesn't even go into the rim, and it'll be Purdue ball as they get the rebound. Mayer with a bounce pass that goes over to Wren. Wren's being heavily guarded by Krivas. He wants to back him down. Wren wants to pump fake. Goes up for a tough 2. Excellent defense by Krivas, and Arizona has the rock again. Driving all the way coast to coast, getting the ball stripped and stolen back. And that was by Jakari Harris again. Karchenkov had the steal. Or Karchenkov had the bad pass. It was a turnover there. And Harris got the steal. Here's a step-back fadeaway jump shot, and that is no good by Omer Mayer. But on the tip-back, he got it to go. 19-18, and it's now a 1-point deficit. Purdue is on a 6-0 run. Swinging it downhill and getting it down into the trenches for a 2 was supposed to go to Toby Awaka, but it was Jaden Bradley who zipped it right to him. Purdue for Mark. Purdue, the veterinarian I work for, went there, and I want him to be in a good mood, says Doug. I hear you, man. I hear you loud and clear. So you're rooting for Purdue. Anybody rooting for Arizona? Anybody have any bets in this game? Let me know down below. Foul shot number 1. That'll go up and in to make it a 20-18 game. Wildcats up in front. Oh, boy. Free throw number 2. That one is good as well.
Excellent.
It's a 21-18 ball game. Arizona leads it by 3 with 8 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the first half. Mayer over downhill to Clough. And Clough puts up a turnaround jumper. No. Grabs his own rebound and is able to turn the loose change into electricity. Don't know where that came from. 21-20. Arizona leads it by 1. I kind of like that. I don't know what it means, but okay. That's weird. Here's another steal as Wren comes on in, takes it away from Krivas off the bad pass for Arizona. A catch-and-shoot 3 is a bullseye, and it's good. On the other side, knocked down by Purdue. It's Jakari Harris again, coming through in the clutch. 23-21. Harris was left wide open. That's what happens when you put up good defense. Purdue looks to try to get scrappy again, and this time there's a foul that's called, and it'll be on Fletcher Lawyer. All right, another TV timeout taken. It's a 23-21 game. Arizona down by 2 against Purdue. All right, how we doing on the likes in the chat, folks? How we doing, man? What is going on? We got 43 people on here watching. That's beautiful. Love it. And we got 20 likes. If you have not hit the thumbs up button, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button right now. We love the spirits. We love college basketball. We just really got into it this year. And it's a lot of fun. I gotta say, I have to say this, chat. Like, let me go to my my monologue stream for just a second. Okay, so I must admit, because I didn't really watch a lot of college basketball coming on into the March Madness tournament. We did do a couple of games during the season, but I must tell you that March Madness basketball is like a completely different sport than just watching basketball at an NBA level. And it's so cool. And now I see like what people were saying when they talk about the pace is quicker, like the 1-and-1 rule, the fouls, the referees. I mean, I love the product. I think that there's a lot of really cool things about March Madness, and I can understand why people give it a lot of attention. I really do get it, and it's a lot of fun. Like I've been having such a blast calling these games, chat. I loved doing the World Baseball Classic. That was like watching baseball in paradise. Watching March Madness, though, and just turning that switch on right after the World Baseball Classic was done was really just, it opened my eyes up to more types of college hoops and the more types of basketball that there is out there. And it really just makes me realize how, great of a sport it is when you watch it when people are competing at a high level and you see just the wanting to play, if that makes sense. Like, it gets the best out of everybody. I feel like that's essentially what I'm trying to say. And that's what I love about it. There's a lot of hunger. You also see really good play calling as well from these coaches. And the students really do, and the players really do listen, and they do a lot of different types of things. I actually feel like that there's a lot of, I'm starting to see like that there are definitely more challenges when it comes to doing college basketball, even just over the pros. I'm not saying that one's harder than the other when it comes to coaching, but there are, some of these players are one and dones. You have a new roster every single year. And in the NBA, that happens too, but it's not like, like the maximum amount of time that you stay there is for 4 years. In the NBA, you could be there for 8, 9, 10 years or more. So it's a very interesting thing to me. It really is. So, Ray says, how we doing? Dude, I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to see you on here. It's a 23-21 game. Braden Smith has 8 points. Krivas has 4. They both lead their teams in the scoring department. The ball is going to be inbounded over to Krivas for Arizona as they go again from left to right. He'll bounce pass it over to Burries. Nearly got the ball stripped, but it's taken back by Karchenkov. Karchenkov with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. He has to pass it over to Bradley, who goes down the lane, and it's denied over on the other side by Clough. Clough with the block. Clough gives it downhill over to Harris. Harris for 2. No. On the putback, though. It's up, and it's in by Fletcher Lawyer. Oh, boy. 23-21. 7:15 left to go in the first half of play. A catch-and-shoot 3. That one won't go. It's rebounded by Wren. Man, he has been a rebounding machine today. Wren and Clough have been really good off the glass for Purdue. 7 minutes left to go in this first half of play. With the rock now, over at the top of the key is Mayer. Mayer takes it over towards the left side of the elbow, puts it up, hits the front of the rim, hits the back of the backboard, and it's up, and it's good. It went down the drain. At the inside square of the backboard, meant to say. And a layup on the other side is up, and it's good. And just like that, within the blink of an eye, it's back to a 2-point game. Arizona's still down by 2. After Mayer made that 2, it was a good little play there by Koa Pete, who made the layup. It's a misfired shot by Omer Mayer again. Karchenkov grabs his miss. Arizona has only put up 2 points in their last 2.5 minutes of play. They're going to give the ball over to Krivas downhill. Krivas back to Pete. They're going to swing it around, and a wide open 3 by Bradley. Can't capitalize there on the left wing, and Purdue catches yet another miss. They are 4 for 9 the Boilermakers from downtown. Arizona has only made 1 3 in this game. That's it. 5:50 left remaining in this first half of play. Over on the outside is Lawyer. He swings it around the timeline. Gives it back over to Harris. And Harris gets the ball back. Takes it to the baseline. Harris initiating some contact. No foul was called. And the ball is going to be stripped. And it's going to be battered around. And it'll go into the position of an Arizona player. But there was a foul that was called. They actually said that there was a shot clock violation. I didn't realize that the shot clock was going down. My bad, chat. But a shot clock violation was called, and we're going to have a couple of substitutions coming on in, including Braden Smith and C.J. Cox as well for Jakari Harris and Omer Mayer. 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go. We'll see if Arizona can capitalize on this opportunity. What's up, BW? How you doing, man? I'm so happy to see you on here. 25-23. Purdue is up by 2. Pick and roll offense for Arizona, and the shot's up and it's denied, but there's going to be a foul called. A foul is called against Purdue, and it'll be on Oscar Clough. Clough has to be careful. That's his second foul of this half so far. And Arizona could tie it up with 2 free throws. We got 24 likes, 58 of you are tuning on in. If you guys have not done so already, please make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Foul shot number 1 is up and good by Arizona, and it's a 1-point game. Smith with 8 points, Pete with 7. They lead their respective teams. Smith, of course, for Purdue, and Pete for Arizona. This is for the tie. 5:20 left to go in the first half of play. And here's the second free throw. We're tied.
Excellent.
Here we go. All right, 5 ties, 3 lead changes. We'll see if Purdue can try to get the lead back here. Bradley playing defense over Cox. And Smith goes down the lane. Smith with a handoff. A floater inside. And that's no good by Clough. And the ball goes on out of bounds. And it'll still be Purdue basketball. Clough has had a couple of chances to just try to get the floater and the teardrop to fall. And he just has not been able to do so. He looks a little bit off balance. He's rushing it a little bit, you can see. And he just doesn't look comfortable out there. Clough is going to get the ball back over on the inbound. Hands it off over to Smith. Braden Smith gets a screen set by Clough. Will try to utilize it. Zigzags it down the lane. Now backs up again over towards the logo. 8 seconds left on the shot clock here. He'll call for another screen. Smith has a center on him. He turns around, goes up for a 2, and he can't buy a bucket there. It's Krivas who catches his miss. And Arizona will try to get the lead here. Krivas with a handoff, and it goes all the way over to De La Rosa. We haven't seen him in the game yet. De La Rosa for 3. No. Offensive rebound by Pete, and he puts it up and puts it in. Nice shot there. 27-25. 8 second chance points for this Arizona team, and just 4 for Purdue. Winner goes on and plays in the Final Four. Downhill again is Smith. Smith back outside over to Wren, and Wren puts up a floater with the right hand, and he'll connect, and we're tied again at 27 apiece. That was a nice shot by Trey Kaufman-Wren. 2 games ago against Miami, he had 19 points and was 8 for 16 from the field. The Boilermakers are going to get a steal, and they're actually going to turn it back on over. Man, you saw right down the lane, you guys didn't see it, but we just saw C.J. Cox come away with a steal. And then he looked to pass it over to Braden Smith, who was right on his left side. And Smith was not looking for the ball because it was a little bit out in front of him. And it wasn't the best pass, but the ball did go on out of bounds. And it will be Wildcats basketball when the timeout is over. Oh, man, I'm always on here. Yes, we got 83 people tuning on in. Let's go, baby! We are 71 subscribers away from getting to 9,000 subscribers. Let's go! I'm all fired up. It's March Madness, man. This is great. I love love me some college hoops. If you're tuning on in for the first time, let us know where you're tuning on in from. We'll shout you out. We will shout you out. Oh man, dude, why is my eye twitching? For like the past couple of days, I've noticed that when I stream, my eyes just twitch randomly. I don't understand why. I don't know if it's an anxiety thing or if it's just me being very superstitious about it. I don't know. No clue. We got 76 people tuning on in. 26 of you have hit that thumbs up button as well. Oh boy. Hopefully they're taking down the illegal streamers. If not, then we can only control what we do on here, right, guys? What I didn't tell chat today, actually I did tell them this today, but we are bringing back sharing the mic with JJ. We are. We're going to do that this summer. I want to bring back some people on and actually do some interviews with some other content creators and talk about the YouTube community and talk about not just YouTube, but also just get people that are in the business, talk about the broadcasting side of stuff, and just do more interviews that way, because I love doing play-by-plays, but I'm trying, again, I want to continue to expand the brand. So I feel like getting people that are in the industry that are professionals, that would be really cool. And also just getting more people that are into the content creation space here on YouTube or just on other platforms is a really good way to not only just network with people, but also have them give insight for those people that are really interested, like I once was when I was in college, getting on into the business and getting into the sports broadcasting and just the sports industry, period. So that's what we are going to do, and I'm very excited to bring that back. Haven't announced yet when the first episode is going to be, but that's not going to be till probably late May, early June is when I'm planning on bringing it back. So Arizona's going to inbound it here, and the ball gets deflected by Braden Smith, and it goes on out of bounds. He got a fingertip on it, and looked to cut off Jaden Bradley. Bradley is going to get the inbound here for Arizona. Bradley crosses over and takes it down the lane over towards the right side. Backs up over towards the logo. And there's a handoff. And that goes all the way over to Pete. And Pete is going to get the ball stripped again. And it's stolen by Purdue. They have been really scrappy on defense. The Boilermakers really making Arizona look foolish at times when they're on offense. Smith, ISO, three-pointer, good! Purdue takes the lead, 30-27 with 3:05 left to go. And that's his first bucket that he's had since Purdue had 10 points. He scored 8 of the first 10 points for Purdue. Here's a shot that's up, and that's going to go in and out. And it'll be Purdue basketball. The shot was no good by Karchenkov. And Pete is going to take a seat and go on over to the bench. And Toby Owaka will step on in and be his replacement. Let's go. Just good here and redirected here. Thank you so much, District Nation. Shout out to you, man. DC Suburbs, let's go. 30-27. It's a three-point lead for Purdue. The ball's going to go on out of bounds, and it'll be Arizona ball still with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Seems like a lot of off-field Phillies news currently. Yeah, you heard about the Alec Bohm stuff? Yeah. What else? What else is there? 30-27. There's always drama in Philadelphia. It's not always sunny in Philadelphia. There's always drama in Philadelphia. And that's so true. Here's a three-pointer that's up, and that's good by Purdue. It's a 6-point lead. Purdue is up by 6 on that catch-and-shoot three by C.J. Cox. Working around the screen, and there's an offensive foul that's called on Arizona. It was Owaka who looked to set a pick, and getting tripped up on that play was C.J. Cox. That's a big turnover. Or was that Smith? Oh, it was Smith that got caught up there in that trance. And I thought Braden Burries was going to be able to attack. And that causes a big shift. We got a TV timeout taken with 2:21 left to go here in the first half of play. It's a 33-27 lead for the Boilermakers. Boy, oh boy. We got 80 people tuning on in. 28 of you have hit the thumbs up button. Come out of the darkness. Get on here. Get active. Chat it up over here. If you can't do that, obviously, I'm not forcing anybody to do that. But I want to hear you guys. I love engaging with you all. We got 83 people tuning on in. How's everybody's night going so far? Give me a good down below if it's going good. That's terrible. Bro, I'm so cringe at times. I really am. Beer Battered Gummy Shark is back. What's going on, my friend? There is nothing like a glass of water and the water itself going down your throat, and you just swallow it, and it's good. Good combo, JJ. Yeah, I hear you. Arizona's getting cooked. Arizona's getting cooked. They're down by 6. But, and see, this is where I'm mocking myself, because you could be down by 6, doesn't mean that you're not getting eaten up on the glass. Doesn't mean that you're not getting eaten up at the 3-point line. You know? Just saying. It's just JJ's OnlyFans channel. Bro, there's a lot of people that will literally, you know, clickbait or not clickbait, but they, what's the right word? Not glaze. What's the right word, chat? Come up with like, yeah, it is clickbait. It is. It really is clickbait. Like, I'll see it all the time from, like, the top streamers. It's all about how can we get, like, the most clicks. I feel like if I were to do so, I feel like I could do that, but I try not to do that because I try to stay genuine. Not saying that they don't. I don't want this to get clipped out of context. Oh, darn it. But ultimately, I don't just try to do things for clicks. I really just try to, you know, entertain and just do things for you guys. I don't like to just do things for clicks. 37-33. It's an 8-0 run by Purdue. I don't even know what that was about. But we have a foul that's called. The Harry Cowis song situation. High hopes. Oh wait, the song situation. So what's going on with High Hopes now? I know that they took out the thing in left field for Harry the K, and that was a big thing. I don't know, 2 minutes left to go in the first half, and the ball is going to go into the hands of Braden Smith. Smith, shot clock winding down. 3-point shot is up, and it rims out at the last second. The Wildcats are on the loose, and here's Jaden Bradley going down the lane. Bradley gets a little bit of some space, initiates contact, though, and he's fouled in the act of shooting. He got a little bit of daylight, and then it was Braden Smith who sort of leaned on into him as he was going on into the shots. And we will have more foul shots coming up by Bradley at the charity stripe. What's up, John? How you doing, man? Good to see you on here, my guy. A little fist pump to you. Let's go. Man, this is a family-friendly channel. No, but I did make it kind of inappropriate, so that was my fault. I encouraged it, so that was on me. That wasn't on him. I definitely did that, so you're good, man. I got to be better. We got 92 people watching. The foul shot is good, and that makes it 33-29.
Excellent.
Jaden Bradley makes the foul shot, and it's now an 8-0 run by Arizona. Purdue trying to get some breathing room here. Smith looks to pass it. A catch and shoot 3. It's good! On a moving screen. It's up, and it's on in by Fletcher Lawyer. Wasn't an illegal screen. It was just a beautiful screen set on the other side. Alley-oop pass for Arizona, and they're able to capitalize. The layup was good, and that'll make it 36-31. Koa Pete able to get the layup to go off the assist by Jaden Bradley. 18 points in the paint for Arizona, but their three-point shooting has just been not as good as Purdue's. Smith getting some attention. Off the dribble, puts up a three. Won't go. Offensive rebound and a foul line. J will go down the drain by Cox. C.J. Cox knocks it down. It's a 7-point lead for Purdue. Another shot on the other side. It's airballed, and the Purdue's going to get the rebound again. Smith is in no particular hurry. He gets the switch that he wants. Smith on the pick and roll over to Clough. And Clough inside-outside. Back to Smith for three. Won't go. And cut into the basket and trying to get the layup again with Smith. But getting the rebound and hauling it on in for Arizona was Karchenkov. And he's just going to hand it off and give it over to Burries, who's at the logo. 13 seconds left on the game clock. It's a 38-31 Purdue lead. Arizona has the rock here. All right, Burries with the clock winding down, goes down the lane, puts up a tough two, no. And an excellent rebound by Purdue, and that's going to wrap it up here in the first half. They were so active on the glass. 38-31 is the score. Purdue leads it by 7 against Arizona, and they'll be back in just a few moments. A lot to talk about after this first half of play. But gosh, that was really quite something. We have 102 people tuning on in. Make sure you guys, again, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. Let's take another sip of water, shall we? Let's go. Boy, oh boy. Ring that bell, baby. You can ring my bell. Let's go, man. The Braves just tied it up in the 9th. Wow. John says it's been a good game so far. I'll tell you what, man. I love watching college basketball. I really do. And I just got on into it this year. I'm still learning the game, of course, but just from what I've been able to see in March Madness, it's just a totally different beast than just watching the NBA. And it's a very good product. I will just continue to say that. I wasn't really much into it like as a kid, and I don't necessarily have a favorite team that I root for. I just really like the sport. Is that bad? Let's ask chat this. Okay, is it bad that when I like watching a certain sport, like college basketball per se, is it bad that I don't have a specific team that I root for? Is that bad? I feel like if you're a kid, then that is bad. Because there has to be like, like when you... Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like when you become a fan of a team or a certain like or a certain league, you learn more about the sport. You learn you gravitate more towards a certain player. You gravitate more towards a team because they reel you on in because you don't necessarily have that experience of getting on into the sport. So I feel like you have to have like a favorite team like growing up like as a kid. But if you get into something as you're older, I don't necessarily view that as a bad thing. Like maybe I'm just being hypocritical. I don't know. Maybe I'm not being hypocritical enough. I really don't know. But what do you think about that? Did any of that even make sense? I don't know. I'm getting nervous as a UFA fan. UOFA fan. I'm amazed Purdue is ahead at the half, says Doug. Dude, to be honest with you, I actually thought that Arizona was going to come out and make a statement in the first half. I really, really did. I thought that their defense, again, I've been talking about it for a while, they have a lot of length to them. They did a very good job against that Arkansas team because Arkansas was living and dying by the three, And that was because Arizona just put a lot of bodies on the perimeter, and they just said, you know what, like we're just going to let Acuff get his points. Everybody else will just try to stop them. And that game plan pretty much worked. It really did. So, but in this game in particular, they just have not found a response for Braden Smith. They have not been able to stop him. And part of that's because watch just the amount of screens that Oscar Clough and Trey Kaufman-Wren are providing for him. And even just their other role players. Kaufman, Wren, and Clough, to me, have been the big players of the game for Purdue so far. Because offensively speaking, you can just tell by the picks that they are making, they are setting up walls for this Arizona defense. And they cannot break through. So the bigs are certainly helping out. You also see very good fluid offensive play calling that's been going on too, from just a coaching perspective by Matt Painter. And Arizona, on the other side, has not even been able to box out. I was watching a couple of plays too that I specifically remember in the first half where Braden Smith just comes out of nowhere. And I know that Karchenkov on that single possession did get the rebound, but Smith was at the foul line at the time that the shot was being taken by C.J. Cox. And this guy just goes past, it was Karchenkov and Krivas, and he just gets by them, and he tipped it, and just because Karchenkov was taller, he caught the rebound. But those are the types of plays that I'm seeing. They're hustle-esque types of plays from this Purdue team. And I have been shocked that Arizona has not been able to provide a counterpunch for that. Krivas has been a shell of himself today. Pete has not been good at all. Look at just the rebounding game itself. I'm going to pull this up for you now, chat. I'm going to pull this up so that way that you guys can see it, okay? Where is it? Okay, so right now, if we just take a look at the team stats here. Can you guys see team stats? No. But, like, look at how many rebounds Karchenkov has. He has 6. Purdue is out-rebounding Arizona. They just are. They're out-rebounding them by 5. Braden Smith has 3, but, again, it's because of the bodies that they are putting out there. And Arizona looks small tonight when you see them matched up against Purdue's bigs. And that, to me, has been the difference. They also are forcing themselves to take some more threes, I should say. They were, 3 for 4 in the first game in the first half? Today, they're 1 for 6. They're not a three-point shooting team. The way that you beat Arizona is win at the three-point line and make sure that they stay off the glass. That's how you beat them. That's how you beat them. But what are your thoughts about this game so far? It's been a good one. I've been very impressed with how things have gone. But this game ain't over, obviously. And there's going to be, I'm sure, a lot of adjustments that are going to be made in the second half from Tommy Lloyd, right? He has to be making adjustments. JJ, do you plan on going to any Phillies games this year? Yeah, I made an announcement the other day on stream, and I forgot, again, to post it in the community just because I've been so busy. But I am planning on going to a game this summer, and I want to do meet and greets over there while we are tailgating at CBP. So I will let you know once we figure out a date for that. But that's going to be probably like end of July, early August, I would want to say. But yes, we are planning on doing a tailgate in Philly, and we'll be going to a game, so that'll be really awesome. But yeah, JJ, I lost you. 30-31 is the score. You lost me. I don't know what you mean. You guys can hear me, right, chat? You can hear me loud and clear, right? Just take a sip of water. Holy smokes, chat. We are now 70 subscribers away from 9,000 subscribers. 70 subs. Can you believe that? I can't. But yeah. What's the score? Is it 38-31? Yeah, it's 38-31. Purdue is up by 7. But yeah, that's how I feel about this game. I'm shocked too that Arizona is trailing, but that doesn't mean that they can't turn it on in the second half here. I think that Purdue has this is debatable. I don't want to say something like that. I was going to say that I think that Purdue has more pressure here in the second half, but that's just, I don't like saying that because both teams have pressure, right? Because it's you win or you just go home. I mean, come on. Like, that to me is just dumb. I was thinking about saying it, and then I was like, I'm not going to say it. But that was really my point, and now I disagree with everything I just said about that. But yes, 38-31 Purdue. Something else that has stood out to me about this game is that Purdue hasn't taken a lot of foul shots. A lot of times that they've been able to get field goals up, they've been hitting Arizona with the mid-range, and it's been working. They're not necessarily scoring all the time, but part of the problem that we didn't necessarily get into is the amount of turnovers specifically Arizona has had. Arizona's had 6 turnovers. Now, Purdue has had 6 turnovers too. The difference, though, is that Purdue has been able to capitalize off of Arizona's turnovers, and they've been able to score a good amount of points off of them. So, yeah, it's just really odd. You watch Purdue and you see how they do against a team like Texas, and then you think to yourself, well, if they held Texas at the very end and that game was going back and forth and Texas was just keeping up the pace with them, and then you see what Arizona did against Arkansas, you think to yourself, man, Arizona's going to be a problem for Purdue, and they should be heavily listed as the favorites because Purdue just barely won against Texas. And I'm not trying to downgrade Texas, but you just think about it from the perspective of that, and I don't know. I'm just shocked. Is anybody not shocked that Purdue is up by 7? Is anybody not shocked that Purdue is winning this game at halftime? So, just wanted to ask that. Loud and clear, like that walk-off grand slam by Dominic Smith. Braves score 6 in the bottom of the 9th, win 6-2. We're going 162-0, says Long Ball. Let's go, baby. It's good to see you on here, man. Shout out to you. Big shout out to you, my friend. So, yes, 38-31 is the score. Let's take a look at some other scores around basketball. So, Iowa did lose to Illinois today. And so Illinois is moving on to the Final Four. And Illinois is going to play the winner of tomorrow's game, Duke versus UConn. And then whoever wins this game here, they will play the winner of Michigan, Tennessee. And that will also be tomorrow as well. That's weird. They play back-to-back days. I just realized that. Oh, no, sorry. That will be on April 4th. Right, okay. Yes. So that's tomorrow. Yes. Okay, gotcha. I don't know why I confused myself for a second. Man, oh man. All right. So other scores around college basketball. Let's go to the women's side of things. So Kentucky did lose 76-54 to Texas. And they are moving on to the Elite Eight. South Carolina did win against Oklahoma. 94-68 was the score there. Michigan also won against Louisville, 71-52. TCU beat Virginia 79-68. And that was a pretty good game, too. Miles ended up having 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists in that game. So those are all your scores in March Madness. In the NBA, all right, we got the Memphis Grizzlies up by 10 going into the fourth quarter against the Chicago Bulls. And that's the only game that's on right now. There's a 10 o'clock game between the Jazz and the Suns, and that will be in Phoenix at the Mortgage Matchup Center. And then the Spurs, they won 127-95 against the Bucks today. Stephon Castle did have 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. The Pistons, they won 109-87. Tobias Harris actually had 18 points and 3 blocks against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then the Sixers won 118-114 against the Charlotte Hornets. Maxey was back in action, and that was good. The Hawks, they did win by 10 against the Kings as well, 123-113. All right, so those are your scores in the National Hockey League. We'll go there next. Okay, the Flyers do lead at 3-0 as they go into the third period against the Detroit Red Wings. The Utah Mammoth are also up 3-1 against the Kings, and that's going to go into the second period. We have 2 games later tonight. The Canucks play against the Flames at 10, and the Capitals play against the Golden Knights at 10:30. Final scores, though, the Lightning won 4-2 against the Senators. The Islanders did beat the Panthers 5-2. Oilers won 4-2. McDavid did have a goal and 2 assists. Carlson also had 2 assists in the game as well. But yes, we had the Bruins winning 6-3 against the Wild. Arvidsson did have 1 goal and 1 assist as well, and was a +3 out there. Victor Arvidsson. And then the Stars beat the Penguins today 6-3. That was the final score out in Pittsburgh. Hurricanes won 5-2 against the Devils. The Sharks won 3-2 against the Blue Jackets. Buffalo ended up winning in a shootout 3-2 against the Kraken. And the Blues were victorious against the Maple Leafs 5-1. The Montreal Canadiens able to beat the Nashville Predators 4-1. And the Winnipeg Jets, they won against the Avalanche 4-2. Man. All right. And as far as things go in Major League Baseball, last but certainly not least, the Astros currently lead the Angels 11-6. That game is in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Brewers are up 6-1 against the White Sox in the bottom of the 8th inning as well. Tigers are down 2-0 to the Padres. And that game is in the bottom of the 5th. There's a game that's going on in the 4th inning, and that is Diamondbacks versus Dodgers. Arizona does lead at 2-0 against the Dodgers. Guardians and Mariners are playing now, too. And that game's in the bottom of the 2nd. Final scores, you got the Rays losing 6-5 to the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cubs won 10-2 against the Nationals. The Blue Jays were victorious today, 8-7 against the Athletics. Twins beat the Baltimore Orioles 4-1. The Phillies lost to the Texas Rangers 5-4 in extra innings. The Cincinnati Reds, they won 6-5 against the Boston Red Sox. And then the Miami Marlins, they did win by a run against the Colorado Rockies. 4-3 was the final score of that game. Mets are now 2-0 on the season. They won 4-2 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Braves, they won 6-2 against the Kansas City Royals. What a comeback for them. And then the Giants, they finally got a run on the board today, but they end up losing to the New York Yankees by a score of 3-1. And the Yankees are able to sweep the Giants. And those are all your final scores. Tobias Harris, the 76ers legend. All right. Still got 81 people tuning on in. All right, I'm going to take a quick step off, chat. Give me like a minute, and then I will be right back. So don't go anywhere. I will see you very, very soon. here we go. Manifesting Beautiful Life. 2187 says Purdue by 10. Dude, let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Hopefully you're all having yourselves a very fantastic day. The name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play by Play with JJ. It's time to start off the second half, chat. The second half is coming. All right, ready for the second half. 70 more subscribers until we get to 9,000 subs on YouTube. Yes, sir. And again, without you guys, this is not possible. For those of you who don't know, I actually did call games for the Delaware Bluecoats and for the for the Wilmington Blue Rocks as well when I was in college. And then I made a channel. After I graduated and started calling some games. We've been doing Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles content on this channel, but now we're getting into March Madness. We've also been doing World Baseball Classic as well. This is our 4th year on this channel, so we've been grinding. We've been working really, really hard in March, and we are trying to end it with a bang. Here we go, 30-31. Purdue has the ball. Arizona couldn't capitalize on their very first possession, and I apologize for not staying with that. But here we go, down the lane, and taking up a 2 is Wren, and he gets it denied, but there's going to be a foul that's called. So it's a 38-31 game. Daniel Jacobson is just going to sub on in right now. Oh, boy. Jacobson subbing on in for Purdue. And Trey Kaufman-Wren is going to go on over to the bench because now he is in foul trouble. He has 3 fouls, 4 points today. All right, we played less than a minute here in the second half. A drive over to the basket, and a foul is called. On the attack, it was Jaden Bradley, and Smith gets called for the foul. So Arizona, the Wildcats, they are going from right to left. Purdue is going from left to right. Arizona is in their white and red uniforms. Bradley will make his way to the charity stripe and put up some free throws. So far in this game, Jaden Bradley has 5 points, and he also has 4 assists as well. Foul shot number 1, nothing but net. We do like an old school radio play-by-play style, but we also love it when you guys engage with chat. 38-32. And the free throw, both of them are good.
Excellent.
38-33, that's the ball game right now. We've played just less than a minute into this second half of play. Smith looks to try to cross over down the lane, and he uses the binoculars, and the layup is up, and it's on in by Oscar Clough. Excellent court vision there made by Braden Smith. And Clough now with 7 points on 6 shot attempts today. Swinging it around the timeline, and a wide open 3 is up, and it's no good. And we are going to have a timeout taken. Braden Smith is grabbing onto that ankle. Oh, no. He is grabbing onto that ankle, trying to shake it around, and he's going to be helped up by his teammates. I thought maybe as he... So, he sort of... Oh, he landed awkwardly. He sort of slid... He landed awkwardly on that right foot, but he's tying his shoes now. Also has a strap on his shoes as well, and he's going to walk it off. That was scary. That could have been worse than what it was. Smith is going to get the inbound here, though. No timeout was taken. 40-33. Smith picking up speed. Now takes it all the way around the timeline. Foul line jump shot by Smith. Won't go. And Arizona will clean the glass. Got himself a good look. Just could not capitalize. A little bit too soft of a touch. On the region, it was Oscar Clough. And they're going to swing it outside. And a wide open Trey will not go. Clough tries to fight for the rebound and hitting the back of his head over on the court. for Arizona is Koa Pete. That's got to hurt. He went down. He hit the back of his head hard. He's just putting pressure on it. Clough sort of tripped him from behind. Ouch. Man, Arizona looked like an unstoppable machine their last game. That's exactly what I was saying. We were talking about that at halftime. 1,000%. We are now 70 subscribers away from getting to 9,000 subscribers. So if you have not done so already, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. It's free. It is totally free. Subscriptions are basically like follows over on YouTube. You don't have to pay a dime. Here's a step back turn away two-pointer. That's up and nothing but nets. Provided by Koa Pete. Right off the dribble. He has 12 points in this game, and he is 5 for 8 in this one tonight. Pete is going to provide the screen. The ball is going to go into the hands of Clough. Clough is at the nail. Clough was going to pass it, and there was a whistle called. A whistle blown. Well, you see that this that this Purdue defense has been very scrappy out there. But Arizona has played a lot more zone, and they've done a very good job at making it really difficult for even guys like C.J. Cox to be able to break on through. Smith looking to attack. He drives it inside, backs up again, takes it over towards the perimeter. Bounce pass. That goes over to Clough, who runs down the lane. Defense was on him, and it was Krivas who put a body on him, but it didn't matter anyways because Clough ended up making the layup. 42-35. Oscar with 9 on 5 shots. Here is a shot by Arizona again, and guess who that is? That, once again, is Koa Pete getting to his sweet spot tonight and making a turnaround J to give it back to a 5-point game. Less than 17 minutes to go. Smith with a pick and roll again. Back over to Clough. The shot's up. It's denied by Krivas, and it goes out of bounds. And it'll still be Purdue basketball. You've been seeing more pick and roll action between Smith and Clough out in transition. And Arizona has had an issue stopping that pick and roll offense, but good job by Krivas to stay on his man. Smith again wants to get a screen. He'll drive it down the lane. He'll step back. A tough 2 is up, and it's blocked by Karchenkov. He got a piece of the ball. And it'll be Arizona ball as they maneuver around the timeline. Wide open tray goes down the drain with ease by Burries. It's a 42-40 ball game. 2-point lead for Purdue. Burries has buried 2 threes today on 5 attempts. And give him a total of 6 points in this game. Down the lane for Purdue, putting up a very tough 2, and getting fouled is Daniel Jacobson. Oh, man. He came on in, and he just was able to get that one up and in. It's a 42-40 game. The foul was called on Krivas, but they won't count the 2. They will say that it was right before the shot. So Jacobson is going to go to the line, though, already. And the first one, he misfires. It hits off the back of the rim. Respect to Purdue. They're giving us the hardest time we've had, says Big Mike. Is that how you say it? Is that how you say it, Big Mick 1029? What's going on, man? How you doing, dude? I want to make sure I get that correct, my friend. Foul shot number 2 won't go. Arizona Wildcats get the rebound. And they maneuver again from right to left. It's Karchenkov, Pete, Krivas, Burries, and Bradley. And if I'm mispronouncing a name, please let me know down below. With the rock is Bradley, who drives it down Broadway, knifes his way through, and hits the layup. Underhanded scoop is good by Bradley, and he wants to get the crowd all fired up. It's a 7-0 run by the Wildcats over the last 90 seconds of play. And Purdue trying to retake the lead here as Braden Smith has a lot of eyes on him. Smith crosses over, wants to dribble this clock down. Don't know what he's doing, but he's going to get a pick. He works around the pick, puts up a tray. No. Offensive rebound, and the putback is going to go up and over the rim. However, there's a foul called. So it was Oscar Clough again, just doing the dirty work downhill. Nobody could stop him, and he got fouled very hard by Krivas. And there's going to be a timeout taken with 15:21 left to go. It's Mike. Gotcha, Mike. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Good to see you. It is so good to see you guys. How many people do we have tuning on in? Let us know where you guys are tapping on in from down below. We got 106 people tuning on in. 37 likes. Let's go. Where you tapping on in from? Love shouting you guys out. It's a lot of fun. It really is. Once again, folks, my name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play by Play with JJ. We go on for March Madness. We do Major League Baseball. We do NBA basketball and some NFL football as well, but we mainly also cover the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. Club is a problem on those rebounds. It would be better if Purdue was struggling, says Big Mike. It's not the case tonight, man. Not the case tonight, but it's still anybody's game, obviously. I'm just shocked, and again, I said this at halftime. I said this at halftime, chat, that I was shocked that Arizona didn't have a bigger lead. I really was, but Purdue, tip your cap to them. They've been making it really tough, and their bigs are just doing an awesome job tonight. Their three-point shooting has been very well, and also the pick and roll is really just working with Braden Smith and Oscar Clough. That two-man game that they are running tonight has just been really strong. It's like their bread and butter. And they haven't necessarily run a lot of pick and rolls as much as they're doing tonight, as far as what it looks like from the eye test level. But, yeah, it's been a very good game, though. It really has. Oh, boy. We have 99 people here in chat. 38 of you have hit the thumbs up button. Let's go. Oy. Had a big day today. Today was the second game of Phillies baseball. It was definitely a big success today. I'm very excited for more baseball to be played. If you are a baseball fan, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel because we do a lot, and I mean a lot, of baseball content. And you're not going to want to miss out on it. If you like these play-by-plays, if you think that these are professional and that these are really good, you're going to be very happy to subscribe to this channel and also join on into our awesome family that we have. Manifesting Beautiful Life, thank you so much for the sub. All right, Purdue's at the line. First foul shot is up, and it's good. C.J. Cox is going to sub on out for Purdue, and so is Daniel Jacobson. Trey Kaufman-Wren's back on in. He has 3 fouls, and Gakari Harris is back in 2. Second free throw, no good. That was a rebound off of the misfired foul shots. And so it's now 43-42. Purdue is up by 1. For Arizona, they have Karshenkopf, Pete, Krivas, Burries, and Bradley out there. And speaking of Burries, he tried to go up with a little jump shot there, and that one won't go. Clough does get the rebound. Clough is going to hand it off over to Smith. Smith goes down the hatch, or down the lane, that is, and Harris fires up a 3, and it's rebounded by Krivas again. It's been very good off the glass over these last couple of possessions. 43-42. Arizona is 0 for 2 from 3 so far in this second half, and we do have a foul that'll be issued against Purdue. It'll go on number 24, Harris. So Jaden Bradley is going to go on over to the foul line. Come on, Purdue. Said somebody in the chat. 43-42. And the free throw is up and good by Jaden. Jaden Bradley, who is had himself a very good season. He's 22 years old. Previously was on Alabama. And he's from Rochester, New York, 6 feet 3 inches tall, 200 pounds. The free throw to give Arizona the lead is good.
Excellent.
Awaka just came back on in for Krivas. And here is Kaufman rolling down the lane, looking to throw it back over to Smith towards the outside. Nearly a wild pass. Kaufman on the little pick and pop on the floater. In and out it goes. And Arizona looking to try to catch momentum as they're off to the races. Downhill and taking a couple of jab steps, putting up a shot. It's denied. Second time, though, a foul called on Purdue. So Wren was playing defense all over Koa Pete. And then Pete, after he got the offensive rebound and had to fight for it, ended up getting pushed on the shoulder. And he will make his way to the foul line once more. Arizona looking to try to go up by 2. And they won't be able to do so on the first foul shot attempt. It hits the back of the rim. Excuse me. Free throw number 2 won't go. So Arizona comes empty that time in the gas tank. Can't be missing foul shots. Purdue looking to take advantage. They are 2 for 6 from the line. Before Pete was at the line, they were perfect. They were. They made their first 12 foul shots. Over on the outside is Lawyer. Lawyer rolling down the lane, spinning around, gets the ball stripped, and it's taken back, and that's going to be by Wren. Wren to the outside, a catch and shoot 3, no good, and way off the mark by Gakari Harris. Karchenkov board. And here we go. Rolling over to the basket is Jaden Bradley, but he had to pass it because a man was on him. And Bradley is able to find a cutting Karchenkov, who goes over to the rim. And he's able to lay it up and in. Right hand, smooth finish by Karchenkov. 26 points in the paint for Arizona and just 12 for Purdue. Smith operating on the outside. Pick and roll offense. Back over to Clough. Clough gets a handoff, and it goes over to Wren. Wren will pass it, and he'll get it back, and he goes down the lane, and he's fouled by Awaka. Awaka really hasn't played a lot of minutes tonight. And in the last game, he was a spark plug off their bench, Arizona, but hasn't necessarily found the same rhythm in this game in particular. 46-43. Still plenty of time to go. Lawyer's going to inbound it over on the left baseline. Who's he going to give it to? He is going to give it over to Wren. Nearly bobbled it. Wren, backside pass, and it goes over to a Lawyer who was just rolling down the lane. Nobody was on him at all. They were blindsided by him, and he made the reverse layup, 46-45. It's Arizona again, looking to attack downhill. The shot's up. Another foul called. Aggressive was a good word to describe Karchenkov there. However, we have a Purdue player down, and that's Gakari Harris. He got absolutely eaten on that play, and he got called for the foul, too. He is sitting up over on that baseline after he landed right on his tailbone. Ouch. And was right in front of those floor cameras. He does get up. That's now the third foul on Gakari Harris, the 6'3" guard from Atlanta, Georgia, for Purdue. Brett is here. What's up, Brett? How you doing, man? All right, 46-45. Arizona looks to try to get a foul shot in, and they do. It's Karchenkov who's able to produce at the line on the first foul shot attempt. A plethora of substitutions coming on in. Krivas is back in, and then you got Jacobson subbing on in as well. Actually, I thought there was more people that were coming on in. Coapete also subbed on out. Anthony De La Rosa just came on in too. Second foul shot, here it comes, and that's up, and that one is good as well.
Excellent.
All right, Smith looking to pass it, and it's turned over. Coming back up with it after getting it stripped by Krivas is Karchenkov again. Karchenkov to the far corner for a three by De La Rosa. Yes! Oh, yes, baby! 12:06 left to go in the second half of this game. The Wildcats, they lead it by 6. That is just great basketball. Knocking down threes in transition, all because of the defense that they provided on the other side. Great defense leading to easy offense. Let's go. Let's take a sip of water. Owen Tippett just got his second hat trick of the season. Let's go. Oh, we love to hear that. Manifest says no. We got ourselves a game, chat. We got ourselves a game. We are 69 subscribers away from getting to 9,000 subscribers. It's unbelievable. It is unreal. I cannot believe how we are doing that. It is just insane. But man, let's keep going. Let's keep going, dude. Folks, if you are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. If you guys do want to reach out to me, you can email me. You can definitely do that. You can email me at jasonjosephonair@gmail.com. Not just for business inquiries, but if you guys want to message me off the air, you can do that. You can also message me on the socials as well. I will drop my link tree down below in the chat for you guys. It's right here. And also my email is right over here as well. So it should pop up within the span of a couple of minutes. I hope that you can see at least the email. There it is. So there's the email, and then it's exclamation point socials. This is how you get in touch with me on social media. It should pop up. Is it going to pop up, though, is the question? I guess not. I have to figure out. I need to write down what these key terms are. I do. I need to do that. That is a reminder I need to set for myself. Okay. Good to know. Always learning. Always striving for perfection. Striving for perfection. Striving for perfection. Yes. That's how you talk. Oh boy. We got a quiet chat today. What's going on? Do we not have any bets? Do we not have we have 129 people tuning on in. I mean, come on, man. Get active in the chat. Let's go. Anybody have any bets tonight? Anybody rooting for Purdue? Anybody rooting for Arizona? What's going on? Let's go. Let's go, baby. 16-3 run by the Wildcats over their last couple of possessions. Here we go. On the drive, getting the ball kicked and going back over to Lawyer. That went off the foot of Harris. Lawyer to Wren, downhill. And he puts it up, and he puts it on in as well, but he gets fired up there. 51-45. The foul was called on Awaka, and we are going to have another timeout taken just 20 seconds into this. They're not going to count the bucket, though. And I believe that they just said that he traveled, and he is absolutely livid out there. So there will be another timeout taken. Carson, thank you so much for the sub. Oh, wait, Canes, that is. Canes #1 stunner. What's going on, man? I think you just unsubbed, but appreciate you for being here, man. Subscribe, peeps. Let's go. Yes, sir. Oh, boy. Let's go. Yes, sir. Dude, it feels weird that there's like no other college basketball game on right now. It feels so odd. It really, really does. It's like unbelievable. Best college basketball game that you got to see was blank. I'll tell you what mine was, seeing Jenkins at the walk-off for Villanova. That was unbelievable. That was an impressive game. I remember Page was going off in that game too for North Carolina. But that was an awesome game. I think that Villanova on that team, and again, I wasn't really like a big college basketball fan, but like I do remember that Omari Spellman was on that team. And I just clearly remember Omari Spellman. So that was pretty cool. But best college basketball game that you guys have ever seen. Let me know down below in the comment section. Or in the live chat, I should say. Apparently, Kyle Tucker just made a nice catch, and Dodgers Nation is going off about it. Boy, oh boy. So tomorrow, chat, what we're doing is this. Here's the game plan for tomorrow. All right? So we got the Phillies playing at 1:35. Phillies are on at 1:35. They play against the Rangers to wrap up their 3-game set there. We will unfortunately have to miss the first college basketball game in the afternoon. That'll be at 2:15. Tennessee plays Michigan. And then UConn plays against Duke. That game is at 5:05. We will be covering that game once the Phillies game is done. Just wanted to make sure that I threw that out there. So, once the Phillies game is done, we'll do the rest of that UConn-Duke game. And then we are off for the rest of the day. And then Monday we got the Phillies again. So that is what the game plan is right now. All right, here we go. A 2-pointer, no good. And Purdue looking to try to attack, and they do. Nice little jam there made by Trey Kaufman-Wren. It's a 51-47 game. Kaufman just made the dunk. And it's back to a 4-point lead. That was a nice rebound, too, by Oscar Clough. 11 offensive rebounds for Purdue and 7 for Arizona. On the attack is Bradley. Bradley gives it over to Krivas. And Krivas finds a Karchenkopf who goes rolling down the lane, hits the deck hard, and there's a foul as well on Fletcher Lawyer. It's like he hit him right on the shoulder. Just banged on into him. Manifesting says, let's go Arizona, let's go Purdue. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to take the hat off real quick. Karchenkopf is at the line. And the first free throw is up. And he got it to go. Illinois won earlier today. 71-59 was the score of that game. And here's the second free throw.
Excellent.
It's a 53-47 lead for Arizona. Winner of this game advances to the Final Four and will play Michigan or Tennessee. All right. Here we go. It's Wren looking to try to get a shot off, and before he even does that, he gets called for a travel. He picked up his pivot foot after he was down on the block, and that is a travel for sure. That's now 8 turnovers by the Boilermakers, and Purdue has the ball, has to play defense here. Karchenkopf with a handoff, and that goes over to Pete, who goes down the lane. Not once, not twice. He got it to go, though. 55-47 with 10.5 minutes to go here in this second quarter of play. It's Wren. All eyes are on him, but there will be another whistle called. They've been really blowing the whistle, these refs, over these last couple of minutes of play. Wren did everything that he possibly could to play defense, and then sticking with the play and acting strong was Pete on that second chance opportunity. 10 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in this first half of play. All right. It'll be Smith who loses the ball, and it's stolen back by Arizona. Oh, boy. Arizona looking to try to advance and move on to the Final Four. 10 minutes left to go, though. We're halfway done this second half. On the pick and roll, it's Krivas. Krivas back outside. A three-point shot is short by Aristode and rebounded by Purdue. Here they come from left to right. Purdue looking to attack. It's Harris down the lane. Get in the friendly roll to go. 55-49. Harris with 8 points on 6 field goal attempts and 3 shots he's made. And here's the ball. It goes pinballing over towards the outside. The Wildcats looking to reset it with Jaden Bradley being heavily guarded by Gakari Harris. Bradley gets past Harris and gets past another defender in Wren and takes the ball to the cup on the left side of the baseline. Bradley trying to get the crowd all fired up with 9:18 left to go in this game. Smith on the little handoff, and it goes over to Clough again. Clough over to Mayer, and a step back 2 from the far elbow. Not that time. Purdue starting to get cold. Arizona's starting to get hot. And it's a 57-49 lead with less than 9 minutes to go. It's Burries on the handoff to Bradley, and we have a whistle called. It'll be against Purdue, and Braden Burries is going to sub on in Burries is going to sub on in now for Anthony De La Rosa. I thought that was Burries in there before. I apologize. It was De La Rosa. Here's an inbound pass, and that shot is up, and it's denied the first time, but sticking with it is Pete again. He got it blocked by Oscar Clough, and he still stayed with the play and was able to lay it up and on in. Pete with 18 points, 7 boards. He's been very destructive off the glass. And here's C.J. Cox again with a dribble handoff over to Smith. Braden Smith dribbles with the right hand. He's at the top of the key. Crosses over a couple of times. Foul is going to be called, and that'll go against Koa Pete for reaching on in with 8:20 left to go in this second half of play. Arizona has outscored Purdue 28-11 in this second half so far. And Purdue looking to try to respond after leading it 38-31 going on in to halftime. Wren is going to head on over to the sideline as he continues to stay in foul trouble. What a different second half for this Wildcats team. Karchenkopf and Pete have just been going off and have been explosive downhill. Free throw number 1 by Smith is good. And it was a 1-and-1 situation. Braden started off the game 3 for 4. He was red hot. He scored 8 of the first 10 points for Purdue. And ever since then, he's cooled off big time. 1 for his last 11. Foul shot number 2. It's an 8-point game.
Excellent. Excellent.
Arizona is 16 for 18 from the charity stripe, and Purdue is 4 for 8. Another wide open three by Karchenkov is up. It's a little bit too strong. Rebounded by Arizona. The ball goes on out of bounds, and luckily enough, as the rebound was taken back by Burries. It was Burries, yes, who had it. He was being tangled up by Smith, and Burries was ready to go on out of bounds, and he had to bounce it right off of Smith and sort of chuck it right at him. So 8:03 left to go in this second half of play. Comment who you guys are down below. Want to see you guys get more active in the chat. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. All right, 59-51, 8-point lead for the Wildcats. And with the rock again is Smith, going from left to right. Smith down at the baseline, ends up bouncing it over to Wren. We have a shot that's up. Is it going to go on in? No, but he is fouled. Clough, that was, excuse me. Oscar Clough got fouled. And a foul is on Toby Owaka, and we got a timeout taken. All right, 17 more subs, so we get to 8,950 subscribers as we inch our way closer to the 10K marker. We got 145 people tuning on in. Where are you guys all tapping on in from? How'd you guys find us? How did you all find us, and where are you guys tapping on in from? Get active in the chat. Love it. You know, like this is manifesting beautiful life. Yeah, what has stood out to you, dude? I feel like in this second half, Arizona has just waken up, and the reason why is because Purdue has sort of stopped going to that pick and roll that was super explosive from Smith to Clough, and they just have made adjustments that way. Smith looks to be getting a lot more attention, and even when they're setting picks, Clough and Wren's now getting into foul trouble, and I guess that's the problem for them. Arizona, though, what they still haven't done as good of a job with is their three-point shooting, but they've made some timely buckets. They most certainly have. But can they keep it up? We'll have to wait and see. I don't really know. I don't know. Another sip of water. Man, we've been going at it. How many hours today? This is like, I think we've done like at least 2 games like 20 times this month. It's pretty good. We've done like 5 games where we did 4 streams. Or 5 days of like 4 to 5 streams during World Baseball Classic. It was pretty unbelievable. But you know what they say, man? Like in basketball, they always say, "How bad do you want it?" That's a life thing, you know. Got to be able to put in the time, and you have to be able to really enjoy like what you do. So, dude, that KFC commercial, I don't know if you guys are watching it on TV. It's like the craziest, bizarre thing I've ever seen. It's unreal. The new KFC commercial, dude. I'm not a fan of it. Does anybody actually like KFC? I don't think KFC is bad. I'd rather have Popeyes. I like Popeyes, and I like Chick-fil-A, but I'm not a big KFC guy. I'm sorry if I'm offending people. 59-51. The free throw is good, and that's by Clough. Clough has 12 points tonight, 8 rebounds. He's averaged 10.5 points per game this year and 7.5 boards on 69% shooting from the field. And the foul shot is going to make it a 2-possession game.
Excellent.
It's a 59-53 ball game. Manifesting says no KFC. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. There's a shot that's up. It's no good, and Arizona's going to get an offensive rebound. A step-back three-point shot in the second try is up, and it's in. Burries knocks it down from the far corner, and it's now 62-53. Another offensive board for the Wildcats. Smith looking to try to get some separation against his defender. Takes it to the baseline. Looked to throw it, and it went into no man's land. Supposed to go to Clough, and it's a 3-on-2 for Arizona. They take advantage, and Korchenkov gets the 2 to fall. It's the largest lead that Arizona has had tonight. They lead it by 11. A timeout taken. Korchenkov is absolutely livid on the floor. He is feeling it, and it's an 11-point lead for Arizona. Gosh. They're up by 11 points with exactly 7 minutes to go in this game. Oh my gosh. What kind of a pass was that to Oscar Clough? That was terrible. But Arizona takes advantage. They've outscored Purdue 33-15 in this second half. And Purdue just cannot buy a bucket at all, whatsoever. Oh, boy. It's now, 10:50 p.m. Eastern Time? Flyers now lead at 4-0. Put me in, coach. Give me the damn ball. All right, you're in. Braden Burry's second freshman with 600 plus points in the season. First one since DeAndre Ayton. All right. It's Purdue who has it. Smith with a bounce pass, and it goes over to Wren. Wren back to Lawyer. Lawyer steps inside the three-point line, takes a 2. That one won't go. And fighting for the rebound is Burries. He got it at the last second. 6:40 left to play in this second half of basketball. It's C.J. Cox running the show right now for Arizona as he has the rock now. Cox downhill, gives it back, and it goes all the way over to Krivas. And the shot's up, and it's no good. Didn't mean to say Cox. I'm sorry, chat. I meant to say Jaden Bradley. Go Vols. We're going to take down the Big Blue. CeeLo is here. What's up, CeeLo? How you doing, my friend? It is so good to see you. Motiejas Krivas, 9 rebounds. Only 1 field goal tonight on 4 opportunities. He takes 2 dribbles, looks up, takes another 2 dribbles, and puts up the shot, and it pinballs in. Thought maybe it was going to be a little bit too hard of a touch, but it just had a good amount to it. Foul shot number 2. Good. 66-53.
Excellent.
Purdue has been outscored 31-13 since the 1839 marker in this second half of play. Unbelievable. It's Lawyer finding a cutting Wren to the basket. The layup is no good. It's volleyballed, and the Wildcats have possession, but it did hit underneath the backboard, and that's marked out of bounds. And therefore, Purdue is still going to have possession of the ball. See again, it went off of a finger. Yep, it did. Hit underneath the backboard. So technically, Purdue is going to keep the possession alive. Lawyer will inbound it on the right baseline. Lawyer over to Wren. He gets a double team. Wren drives it, hands it off, and a foul line J inside just is good enough for Jaden Bradley. But there is a whistle called. What was the whistle? It's 66-55 with 5:50 left to go in this second half. I don't know what that was. Regardless, it's an 11-point game. Bradley with a dump off to Kachenkopf. And he finds Pete downhill in the dunker spot. And it's up and good. Got the dunk to go. 20 points for Pete on 17 shots in this game. 5:20 left to go in the second half of play. We have a handoff that goes back over to Cox. And we have a whistle called again. And that is going to be a turnover on Cox because he gets called for a travel. And they also said that Oscar Clough gets called for an illegal screen, and it's an offensive foul anyways. All right, 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Purdue has just turned the ball over. It's been turnover city for them in this second half of play. Wildcats looking again to add on to their lead. Behind his back is Pete, and Pete is going to hand it off over to Bradley, and the 2 is no good. It's actually Bradley who went behind his back. I was going to say, if you saw Pete do that, that'd be crazy. Layup no good by Wren. Rebounded by Burries. Burries leads the charge on the other side. Dribbles around the timeline. Slows the tempo down. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. And Burries being heavily guarded again. And it's by Braden Smith. Here comes a screen. Burries at the lane. On the left side at the second hash mark. No good. And the rebound goes to Clough. He's going to fight for the ball. And we have, it'll be Arizona ball. We had a foul called on Krivas. Okay. It'll be Purdue basketball. As he was coming up with the rebound there. Just got it tangled in his hands. And the foul is on Krivas. And we have a stoppage with 4:24 to go, and we're going to walk the floor. And more foul shots are coming up. 15 more subs, so we get to 8,950. My thoughts are it doesn't matter because the Vols are going to win the trophy, says CeeLo. Guys, please go subscribe to On The Go with CeeLo. He does an awesome job covering the Volunteers for basketball, and you should definitely go check him out. He also does Braves baseball. He does NASCAR. He does football as well, Nashville Predators. Does an awesome job. That's my guy. Foul shot number 1. It'll go through. 68-56. Clough is 5 for 7 tonight from the charity stripe. And the second free throw, it cuts it back to an 11-point game.
Excellent.
4 minutes and 20 seconds left remaining in this game right now. Burries will hand it off and give it over to Bradley. Bradley back to Burries. And a double team comes as running down the lane again is Pete. And the shot's up. Denied. And Purdue has the rock. Smith over on the outside to Cox for a 3. That's way off. And rebounding it, saving it from going on out of bounds. What a play by Clough that was. And the ball goes into the hands of Lawyer. Lawyer to Smith. Smith back to Lawyer. A catch and shoot 3. In and out it goes. It just pinballed out at the last second. Man, they desperately needed that. And Arizona is just going to take its time here. Momentum has certainly went into their direction. They are just going to milk this clock down. 3.5 minutes left in this second half of play. On the drive is Burries, and he gets slapped in the face, and he hits the deck hard, and he'll go to the line and put up some free throws. But first, we got a timeout taken. 3:28 left to go. Arizona trying to hang on and go to the Final Four. Let's go. Breathe. Oh, man. We're getting there, chat. We're almost there. 3:28 left to play. And then it's time to call it a night. Time to call it a night after this. How we doing, chat? We got 163 of you guys watching on in. 157 of you are now in now. Make sure, again, that you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. 110 of you guys have not done that. I don't know what else I can do to convince you guys to subscribe and to hit the thumbs up button, but This, I could literally just shut it off right now and just say goodbye like this. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Hopefully that woke some of you guys up, though. But yes, this is a service. But again, I appreciate you guys for being on here. I do. Where'd you go, JJ? I'm back. Did I fool some of you? Did I? Let me know. I had to have gotten some of you. Did I get you? I got manifesting. Yes. I gotcha. Oh, man, we got hearts in the chat. What's up, Joe? How you doing, Joe? How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you on here. Again, folks, we go on for Sixers basketball, Phillies baseball, Eagles football. We are doing March Madness. We did the World Baseball Classic. We're doing a lot of Major League Baseball games this year. It's a lot of fun. I got Joe. We used to have this commercial that would play all the time in school where they really wanted us to keep track of our IDs and they want us to wear it on our lanyards at all times. And there's a video that was literally called I Got Mine. And it was just everybody showing their IDs, including students and faculty members. Really interesting. But don't know what that has to do with this. It just came into my head, and I just talked about it for no apparent reason. Just to keep the conversation and the ball rolling. But guess what? We got some free throws coming on up. Here's the first one for Arizona, and that'll increase the lead to 12 by Burries. Foul shot number 2. It's now a baker's dozen of a lead for Arizona.
Excellent.
70-57 is the score. And Purdue, almost desperate now. They lose the ball. Coming back up with it, Arizona. And on the fast break is Karchenkov. He gets the layup to go. Braden Burries had to fight for the ball over on the ground with Trey Kaufman-Wren. Costly turnover there. And it's a 15-point lead. Wren with a foul line floater. Got it. He actually was inside the foul line right at the second hash mark down the center of the lane. 72-59 as they got a quick score there. Good. Don't have TBS, so thanks for bringing the call. I got you, man. I got you. Subscribe to the channel as well for if you are really into like baseball, if you're really into more college basketball stuff. That's mainly like what we do on this channel, and we have a really awesome community. And I encourage you to check out some of our other content. We do a lot of Phillies baseball too, Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles, but a lot of very awesome things. Here is a drive again to the basket by Bradley. Bradley puts up a 2 and knocks it down. At the free throw line, Jada go. Jalen Bradbury. Jaden Bradley got it to go. Here's a 2 again. Purdue can't capitalize. And we have the ball goes on out of bounds, and it'll still be Purdue ball. So what happened before that led to that fast break, by the way, chat? Fletcher Lawyer dribbled the ball off of Trey Kaufman-Wren's right shoe, and then he had to go chase it, Kaufman-Wren, and he couldn't get to the punch. And that's what led to that fast break. 74-59. Wren puts up a shot, killing it, and a foul. Got it right on the baseline. Had to spin and turn around and hit a 180 floater and got it with the contact that was made from Bradley. Flyers won. I did see that. Trey Kaufman-Wren going to the charity stripe. 2:05 left to go. Wren at the line. The free throw is way too strong. It hit the back of the rim, popped up, and hit the top of the backboard, and Arizona corrals the miss. Burries over at the top of the key again. Arizona goes from right to left. Burries gets the switch that he wants. Gives it back over towards the outside to Pete. Pete on a handoff to Karchenkov, who goes down the lane, muscles his way through, and gets the layup to go. It's a 76-61 ball game. Arizona 95 seconds from going back to the Final Four. A catch-and-shoot three out in transition. No good. And the rebound again by Arizona. They've been super active off the glass. Lawyer misfired that three on the catch and shoot and shot it way too quickly. And Arizona just trying to milk that clock down. With the ball is Burries again. Burries almost got his pocket picked by Braden Smith. Burries wants to ISO. He hands it off, though, over to Krivas, and Krivas with the floater inside. Not that time. And the rebound goes to Wren. Outlet pass back over to Braden Smith, who's just had a terrible, and that's just to say the least, a terrible second half of this game. Wren down the lane. Can't get the friendly roll there. And 45 seconds left to go. Arizona gets the rebound. And they're just going to milk this clock down. Purdue, not happy. Arizona, ready to move on. The fans are on their feet. All eyes on Burries over at the logo. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Burries crosses over a couple of times. And we have a three that's up. And that one is good from the logo. 79-61. And Braden Burries will put Purdue to bed. A three made over on the other side. And so, 11 seconds to go. Arizona is moving on and going to the Final Four. The Wildcats are let loose, and they win and beat the Boilermakers 79-64. Ring the bell. What a game. Wow. Well, Arizona is moving on. And they have to wait their opponent. They will find out who their opponent is tomorrow. And they will be playing on Saturday. Should be a lot of fun. Tomorrow it's going to be Tennessee versus Michigan, and then UConn plays against Duke. Who is going to meet them in the Final Four? We'll find out tomorrow. Overall, though, I will say this. Credit where credit is due to this Arizona team, because they just could not stop the Boilermakers in that first half. Braden Smith was going off, making some ridiculous plays. He scored 8 of the first 10 points for Purdue. And then the game plan changed. Arizona got bigger bodies on him. They blitzed him more. And they also did a good job jamming the screeners. And that's why they won this game. Purdue was getting a lot of rebounds in that first half. They were getting so many second chance opportunities. Arizona, credit to Karchenkov, credit to De La Rosa for a couple of threes that he knocked down. Krivas was sensational in that second half. And a tip of the cap, of course, to Tommy Lloyd, because he made a lot of great adjustments in that second half of play. as far as Purdue goes, it looked like that they just lost gas. It really did. They were just a shell of themselves in that second half. And Arizona, I think, got very frustrated with how they played in the first half, and they sent a message to the rest of the college basketball world and to Purdue that they feel like that they are the team to win it all. That's what they did. That's what they tried to do, and that's why they outscored them 48-26. And again, this Arizona team didn't necessarily have to shoot a lot of threes. They are just so well, not just coached, but they just have a great roster, a really good roster of height, a good roster of talented basketball players that just make you sweat. They make you earn your points. And you have to be perfect against them in order for you to even stand a chance. And Purdue was doing great at that in the first half. And then it was just the wheels fell off. You saw Purdue making some terrible turnovers. Braden Smith just could not find a way to make crisp passes. And he turned the ball over a lot. 2 games ago, it actually sort of looked like his performance that he had 2 games ago. Now, they were able to pull it out against the Hurricanes. But he turned the ball over a lot in the second half. And you had some careless mistakes, too. But give kudos to this Arizona team because they stood their ground. They played very well. It was a very well-fought game. And that's why they're going on to the Final Four. And they will be playing, if we take a look at the bracket right now, Arizona is going to be playing either Tennessee or Tennessee or Michigan. Iowa did lose. And that game will be at 2:15 tomorrow. Illinois also won against Iowa today. And they will play the winner of Duke versus UConn. And that will be on April 4th. All right. As far as anything else goes, announcements-wise, tomorrow, chat, we have a Phillies game at 1:35. We'll start our stream at around 12:45 and then be on at about 1:15. Okay? And then we'll do our pregame show, and then we'll have a little postgame show, and then we have to go on for whoever Arizona plays. Or sorry, not whoever Arizona plays. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. We are going on for Duke versus UConn at 5 o'clock. And I hope to see you guys on for that. All right. Love you all very much. On the way out, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up button as well. It's 11 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to sign off now. I love you all, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.